What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Justin Colby, and on this video we're going to talk all about the new Zillow cash offer program, what that means to you, what market you're in, and is this the end of wholesaling and flipping as we know it? Check it out. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Justin Colby, and on this channel we talk all things business, real estate, and entrepreneurship. On this video we're going to talk about this new Zillow cash offer program for you investors. Now if you're an investor, I suggest one thing right now: like this video. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to my video, make sure you smash subscribe and turn on your notifications so you get notified when I drop my videos, as I drop 3 videos a week. All right guys, to start this video, let's talk about how Zillow actually works. Now, as we all know, Zillow is a behemoth and they have been around a long time. Over the last couple years, they have jumped into what we consider as the iBuyer program. They themselves have become an iBuyer, and so they usually will buy houses that don't need a whole lot of rehab and at a threshold of a price point that tends to make sense, and it's usually under $300,000. But here's how it works for the homeowner. The homeowner will see an ad from Zillow somewhere saying, hey, would you like an offer on your home for the Zestimate price? So for those of you who have been in the game long enough, you realize that we used to make fun of Zillow for the Zestimate. It was nowhere near the actual value of the home when you compared it to properties on the MLS. But here's the deal. They have gotten a lot better at actually creating the Zestimate. Shocker, when you have hundreds of millions of dollars behind you, they actually become better at what they're supposed to do. Now, with that being said, the offer to the homeowner is they will make them a cash offer within 1% of the Zestimate. Most homeowners really appreciate this. It's very simple. Everything's online. And if the homeowner approves this, then what Zillow will do is they will bring out an inspector. This will take anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days. And then Zillow will actually cement an offer price based around what they saw through the inspection. Most of the time, they will go back and renegotiate based around how large the project is based around the inspection. Now again, as a reminder, Zillow tends to focus on newer homes that don't take a whole lot of work. So when it comes to us wholesalers, us mom and pops, when we're going against this Goliath, one key strategy to make sure that your business doesn't change: focus on maintenance deferred properties, bigger projects. I'm not talking about, tearing down a home type of project. I'm talking about just something that might have a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 price tag or more, because quite honestly, Zillow wants nothing to do with them. So that's tip number 1. Make sure you're focusing on motivated sellers that have older homes and that likely need a pretty large project. Now, not only that, part of Zillow's process is they will actually charge the homeowner at close 7.5% commission. That's actually more than if you were to pay 2 different realtors in a normal transaction. So that actually really hurts the homeowner. So between being within 1% of the Zestimate and a 7.5% commission payout to Zillow themselves, you're looking at 8.5% of the actual offer price that the homeowner doesn't keep. Now, when you start to look at those discounts for the mom and pops, we're right back in the game. If you've watched any of my other videos, you realize, or you understand, that typically our offer price is roughly 80% of ARV minus rehab minus wholesale fee. And so if you're looking at where their numbers come in versus our numbers, we are absolutely back in the game. Now, here's where it can be a little tricky for us mom and pops, is if you're looking at a newer home, let's say a home that was built in 2015, probably doesn't need a whole lot. Those homes are going to be really hard to compete with Zillow. They will likely beat us every single time. So if you just go back to tip number 1 that I was mentioning, make sure you're focusing on markets and areas that actually are maintenance deferred, older homes, homes built in the 40s or 50s or 60s or older that likely need a bigger project. If you stay within that, your business is going to do just fine. So now let's talk about what markets Zillow is actually in. If you see right here, this is what Zillow has published as the markets that they're actually in. Now, the first market listed is Phoenix, which is where I am. And so I've been dealing with Zillow for quite some time. Do not worry about it. My business continues to exist. I am very profitable and I'm still doing anywhere from 10 to 20 deals a month each and every month. But it is something to be aware of. Now, a big knock on Zillow over the last couple years is they aren't profitable. Now, here's what I would tell those people. Who cares whether they're profitable? They're very much in the game. Now, the reports have said that they brought in $1.7 billion in 2020, and they posted a loss of over $320 million. While most people like myself who coach and educate and teach people how to be entrepreneurs would tell you that is a losing business model, shocker, I can tell you they don't care. Their business model is not like ours. They have billions of dollars behind them and they're running a different model. So do not compare yourself to them. Do not worry or concern yourself with whether they're profitable or not. Make sure you're focused on you and your business. So here's point number 2. If you are in some of these major cities that I just referenced about where the Zillow is at, you might want to go into the surrounding areas. Zillow tends to stay within the major metropolitan area of these cities. If you start to sprawl your wings and go just to some further out areas, which by the way, I have done incredibly well over the years. I'm now actually in 5 different markets in 7 different cities, and some of the biggest deals that we've done are in kind of the outlier or shoulder cities to the major city. So if you actually expand just a little bit, you're likely not going to be in much competition, if any, with Zillow. They tend to stay in the major metropolitan areas such as Phoenix, but they won't likely go out to areas such as Kingman or Bullhead City, which is just an hour and a half or so away from us. So here's your game plan and what you've been waiting to hear. How do I avoid competing with Zillow because they're going to be making offers higher than mine? And even though they take off 8.5% or so between commissions and a reduction on Zestimate, how do I compete? Well, here's the first point. Make sure you're focusing on properties that are maintenance deferred, older properties that likely need a bigger project. That is really my bread and butter anyways. So when it comes to competing with Zillow, I tend to not have an issue, period. I do stay within their price point. Zillow likes to focus on a price point of $300,000 or less, typically in most markets. So I also play in that price point. So point number 2 would be potentially get outside of that price point. I do have many friends and students of mine that are actually focusing on higher price points. That will also help you stay away from Zillow and their offers. Point number 3 would be make sure you're providing more value than Zillow. Zillow is just a number crunching monster. They have a lot of money behind them. They can outspend you in marketing and they just are doing simple math. By the way, they're losing money on that math, so can't tell you they're doing the best math, but make sure you're providing the extracurricular value such as helping them move, being flexible on closing, maybe even doing post-occupancy. Overall, just providing more customer service within the actual process, you are gonna be just fine. As I mentioned, they're a number crunching monster, so they really don't care about the customer service part in the way we do. So if you provide that value, the homeowner will likely go with you, which has happened many times before with us, where we've had the comment that, hey, I'm really working with you because I like you. Stick to that type of model and I'll make sure you win. If you're liking this video, make sure you show me. Smash the like button. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. And by the way, soft little plug, if you are looking to get started or scale your wholesaling flipping business, go to 𝐷𝒐𝒔 if you're interested in me coaching you on how we do 10 to 20 deals a month in 5 different states. If that's of interest, go to 𝐷𝒐𝒔 fill out a quick form, and some of my success advisors will reach out to you. To sum it all up, while Zillow is a threat to some, the reality is if you focus on your business and not theirs, you provide value, you go after motivated sellers in a certain price point that leans itself to larger rehab model, you should be absolutely fine. Stay focused on the person you're trying to worry about, which is the homeowner, be customer service, add a lot of value, and at the end of the day, you won't have a big issue with Zillow. Now, for those of you that are in the Zillow markets, like I am, refer back a couple minutes ago to the markets that I showed, make sure you are starting to do business in surrounding shoulder cities. So if you're in Phoenix, go to places like Kingman or Bullhead City. I know they're in states like North Carolina, so you'll want to figure out what cities they're in there. I know they're in states like Texas and Nevada. Just find where you can play. They are not the big bad monster to us. In fact, I would tell you, I leverage them against us all the time. We are customer service, we are value-based, they are just a big bad emotionless monster that's just going and running numbers. All right guys, all in all, what I'd tell you is do not concern yourself with Zillow and this cash offer program. I also would say don't worry about any of the iBuyers. Make sure you're focused on your business, watching my videos. If you haven't been watching my videos, make sure to go back and watch my videos on how to really hone in and do better business within your business. Don't worry about the competition. There's plenty of competition. Winners win for a reason, and I know you're a winner. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.